Okay, so I apologize for the poor video quality. My other laptop is broken, but I really felt the need to speak on this topic. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Stephen Harper is not a good prime minister. I mean, first of all, isn't the whole point of a democracy to have somebody that's going to represent you? You mean to tell me that the majority of Canada is Islamophobic? Stephen Harper, all he does is alienate groups of people. All he does. Like, his main demographic is the white, suburban family network. I mean, even if you look at his commercials, Canada's supposed to be about multiculturalism, and all you see is white families, middle class. He doesn't care about the poor. He doesn't. You can even see it in his policies. He doesn't care about the poor. He doesn't care about the minorities. And and now he's made it very clear. Islam is the biggest threat to Canada's national security? Really? Really? For the past 10 years, they've been the biggest threat to Canada's security? You mean to tell me there were no Muslims living in Canada before 2001? Like, I don't understand that. Islam is the biggest threat to national security. Right, because all Muslims are terrorists. Right? Uh that's why there's been terrorist attacks on Canada, right? That's why we have Muslims marching in the streets trying to convert you, coming door to door saying you must worship Islam. Do they do that? No. And yet day to day, what is it? The past year, I think I've had like 5 or 10 people come to my house trying to save me, to get me to, whether it be Jehovah's Witnesses, Baptists, Mormons, all these Christians face trying to recruit people, and yet Islam is the biggest threat to national security? People, you need to get over this mess, like this hysteria, okay? 9/11 happened 10 years ago. Look at all the freedoms we have lost. Now we have a whole group of people subject to this kind of discrimination because of the act of a few extremists. Look at the rights that have been taken away from you right now. Listen to what your leaders are telling you. Question them. Hold them accountable, because this is ridiculous. Islam is the greatest. I'm not even Muslim and I take offense to that. Because if they can say this about Muslims when we're supposed to be a multicultural nation, what are they going to say next? What are they going to say next? I honestly don't understand that. I mean, how can you, as an educated person, Mr. Stephen Harper, you had to have gone to university. You mean to tell me you have no Muslim friends? You mean to tell me that no Muslims... Well, of course, it's you, Stephen Harper. Because all Muslims are like that. Really? And you know what? I think you are so naive, because I think when you think Muslim, I think you think Arab Muslim. Heck, maybe even black Muslim. Do you forget that there are white Muslims out there? That demographic you're appealing to, that they could very well be Muslims? This is why I do not believe in religion. This is why I'm agnostic. Because, I mean, just the assumptions people... I'm just so frustrated right now. People, this is why I said, don't vote for Stephen Harper. Don't vote for him. And people are like, oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. Stephen Harper's politics is based on alienation and discrimination. You see it. When he says a family network, one man, one woman. Yes, I take offense to that. Not because I don't... It's not that I don't support gay marriage, but what I'm saying is you've limited the definition of family to the point where what if I'm a part of a blended family? What if I'm a part of a single parent home? Did you think about that? Did you think about that? Most low-income families are of single parents. I just Stephen Harper just makes me so angry. Why do we keep electing this? How many times does somebody have to kick you in the face before you say, you know what? I've had enough of this abuse. Like, we are like a whole bunch of women who stay with those abusive husbands. That is what I feel like right now. That is what I feel like. I mean, we as Canadians love to sit here and laugh at the Americans for electing George Bush 2 times in a row, but did George Bush said a lot of stupid things, but did he go so far as to say Islam is the greatest threat to national security? Did he say that? I don't know. Maybe he did. I didn't pay much attention to what George Bush says. But you know what? Where is Kanye when you need him? Where is Kanye when you need him? Kanye should make a video saying that Stephen Harper does not care about minorities. That's all I have to say. You know what? Agree, disagree, I don't care. I just had to vent about this because Stephen Harper, I just can't stand the guy. I just can't. And I wish I could talk to him and if I hope he sees this. I hope he sees this because this is why he didn't get the youth vote. This is why he didn't get the youth vote. He knows his demographic. He knows what he's doing. I just... Was that a lapse in judgment, Stephen Harper? Was that a lapse in judgment? Did you feel so comfortable like you were at home talking amongst your like-minded friends? Like, what would motivate you to say something like that? What could possibly motivate you to... See, ugh. Man, I hate... Hate is the strong word. But Stephen Harper, you make me very angry. And you do not represent me. You do not represent me. You do not represent Canadians because I do not believe that Canada thinks like this. I don't believe that Canadians are going to preach hate like this.